and welcome to Secrets of a Victorious Mind. For those of you who are new, the goal of this live chat series is to introduce you to the wisdom and the transformational methods of the people that I follow to live and lead a life I truly love, so that you too can learn from their wisdom and their methods to live and lead a life of victory. Today we have with us a very special guest, someone I personally know and have been following, have met and have turned to for advice when I've been stuck, when I've been confused, when I've been frustrated, when I've been very, very low. Thanks to my friend and actor Poonam Bajwa that I got to know Yash. So he is the author of this lovely book called Shri Sampan, which is a book on wealth abundance, and he is a metaphysical coach. He teaches the science of stillness and the power of silence. A firm believer of the power of righteous breathing, he teaches people to manifest desires through the conscious use of words, breath, and emotions. Very powerful, right? Uses various combinations of the law of attraction, magnetism, and the science of colors to change circumstances. I think it's very unique, and I can personally tell you that it's helped me immensely in my life and always worked. I really wish more people know about him now and actually turn to him for advice. Let's bring him on, Yashwant Rampuria, who I call Yash with love. Okay, I'm going to turn comments off just for a bit. I'll put it back on in the end so that I can reapproach all the questions. Hello!
Glad to be here.
Welcome to Secrets of a Victorious Mind.
Glad to be here. Thank you very much, Aarti. How are you doing? Looks
good. How
beautiful.
Are you doing?
Absolutely perfect. How are you doing?
Good. So all set for Secrets of a Victorious Mind?
Yes, of course, yes.
Finally, I have you on the show. Okay. So I
Thank
want to come straight to the point of the law of attraction, which is something that is extremely famous. It's used all over the world. But still, for many, many people, it doesn't work. They're just like, don't talk about law of attraction and all, please. And for people like me who have continuously used it again and again, and it always works. Why is it that it's not working for some people? I mean, what is the science behind it working so that people can understand how it works, so that they can use the law of attraction and make sure it works every single time?
Oh, okay. Glad, Aarti, you have invited me here, and I'm very happy being here. So let's coming to the point, basically. Law of attraction works. That's the basic truth of life. Either you know it or you don't know it. Are you aware about it? Are you not aware of it? It works.
Gee.
Point is, every time we talk about law of attraction, there is something, okay, there is some desire, achanak say, I'll do all this and mera desire will get fulfilled, which at times doesn't happen. So why it doesn't happen, we'll talk about it. And we'll go to the science details. What is the procedure to follow it and what is the procedure to do that, right?
Gee.
So coming back to the point, the law of attraction works or not, it works. There's a whole concept in the world saying about magnetic self. I am this magnetic, become this magnetic, become magnet of love, become magnet of abundance. So assuming that I accept that I am magnet of abundance, magnet of wealth. So what is the work of magnet? To go and attract something, right?
Attract.
So there's a correlation between magnetism and law of attraction.
Correct.
So if I become a magnet of abundance, so I'll keep on attracting abundance. Yeah, wealth abundance, right? So if I become a magnet of wealth and abundance, I'll keep on attracting wealth and abundance. The point is, when a magnet goes around an iron scrap, it attracts scrap as well and good iron as well. So if I am a magnet of wealth, what kind of wealth I am attracting? It will attract all kind of wealth. Good wealth, bad wealth, wealth acquired through theft, wealth acquired through dishonesty.
What is bad wealth? Wealth acquired through
dishonesty, which will not stay with you, which will not stay with you for long to come. The point is, if I become, by choosing that, okay, I am affirming every morning, I am a magnet of wealth, I am a magnet of wealth. Does it serve your purpose? It doesn't, because it will attract those part of the wealth which you will not like to have. But being a magnet, you will keep attracting the same thing. So you have to come to the basic, what kind of magnet you want to become, what kind of law of attraction you want to be, so that what happens in a magnet, it will always attract, the north will always attract the south. So if other person happens to be a person who is also magnetic, but he comes from the other side of you, north and north, you will repel each other.
But both what do you mean by another person being north and north? I didn't understand.
I say I am a magnet of wealth. You say you are a magnet of wealth. Right? If I am a north side of the magnet and you also happen to be north side of the magnet, we will not come into attraction to each other. And this will come to be as a failure of law of attraction.
But what do you mean by north side of a magnet means what? Sorry, I'm asking you. I really don't know.
It's good. It's good to know.
Yeah.
A magnet has a property where it has a north pole and a south pole.
Correct.
So when you bring a north pole magnet in front of a north pole magnet, it repels.
I understand that, but what do you mean by your north and somebody else's north?
Right. Okay. You have a state of mind which attracts wealth. I have a state of mind, after being magnetic, I also attract wealth. But suppose we come in touch to conclude a business, but you are a north side magnetic attraction and I am also a north side magnetic attraction. We don't come to a conclusion of the deal.
Okay.
That is why good people, honest people also coming across each other, don't come across a complete deal. So that is where the law of attraction seems to be failing. But it is working. If you similarly at the same time turn towards the south side of the magnet, it will attract and you will start making money in terms of wealth. So for me, what is law of attraction? Okay, let's understand it this way. What is a school? What will a school attract? Knowledge, students, teachers. What will a hospital attract? Patients, doctors. So every attraction has a dedicated force going towards it.
Right.
So what happens? What is the desire behind any person's choice? Maybe the hospital wants more patients, doctors want more patients, but the person going to the hospital doesn't want to go there. Similarly, the basic of law of attraction is what is the desire? What is the source of your desire? For example, if somebody looks at others' car and chooses, I want to buy a car, that source of desire is with jealousy.
Okay.
Are you getting my point? What I'm trying to point across?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
If I look at somebody else's wealth and I want to attract wealth from a point of view, okay, because he's wealthy, I want to be wealthy. So the desire comes, but the intent of the desire is not good. So first thing for the law of attraction to work is you have to have a correct, righteous desire.
An intention, I think, a good intention.
Intention, correct.
Right.
A good intention.
So what kind of good intention? Is it so that you think about it that when I become wealthy, I will help others who need not wealth,
generosity
but like
is
others
kind of good intention.
Yeah. I mean, I will share that goodness.
I don't want to be wealthy by seeing others grow wealthy and compete with them. I'll be generous when I become
wealthy as a result of competition. You want to grow wealthy as a result of good intention. And what is that good intention?
Okay. Good intention being, if I see somebody in a good car, I must appreciate that, oh, this man has done a wonderful job. See, he's having a good car. If I say, oh, how could he buy this car? Oh, he does all this wrong business and this and that. Oh, he's so rich and I don't have money. What is all this? That is when you repel good form of law of attraction. And what happens at times, there's a simple procedure to getting through anything and everything from law of attraction. And if it doesn't work, how does it work? So point is, from my point of view, I have divided into 3 parts. To know how law of attraction works, first you must know your breath. How you breathe is very important because that breath makes you a magnetic cell. Otherwise, an illusion that I can attract anything and everything in life and your breathing patterns are not good, so it will never work. Second is how you affirm. Because we talk a lot about law of affirmation, writing affirmations, talking about affirmations. So many things are happening which are related to affirmation that people have been filling books and books and books. by a guided mentor, and suddenly one fine morning things don't come up, you say, "Arey yaar, kuch bhi nahi hota hai. Affirmations don't work." Then your teacher tells you, "तुमने ठीक से नहीं किया होगा." So both of them have an escape route, and suddenly the whole concept of the truth, the reality, goes for a toss.
Crumbles.
Then you say law of attraction doesn't work, affirmations doesn't work, sankalp doesn't work, something or the other doesn't work. So अच्छी चीजों को हम खराब definition दे देते हैं. Because we have failed. Because of someone else comes and tells us, okay, you are not doing it right. You have not followed it rightly. I have told you the right affirmation, this and that, whatever. We're not going
so in your mind, you've already failed, na? कि मैंने गलत कर दिया तो अभी नहीं चलेगा.
अभी नहीं चलेगा तो law of attraction बेकार है. मंदिर जाते हैं, for example, somebody has faith in a temple. जाते हैं, काम नहीं होता है, तो नहीं जाने का. तो the point of view is कि if there's a systematic, it's a science, as well as an art. So once you know that how to breathe, second, how to affirm, third, you have to correlate your affirmation with your emotions. If I think, okay, I'll explain more on this. You have five senses. You are seeing something or the other, you are hearing something or the other, and suddenly one fine morning you say, "Ki I want to be healthy. I have an ailment, I want to get better in life." And you get a test report saying that, "No, you're not healthy. These things are wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong." And suddenly the fear creeps in. Your emotions take charge of everything. So when you want to use the other powers, the emotion takes over those powers, and you suddenly surrender to the reality. And then is when you cannot change your reality with your own powers. And then is when the law of attraction.
So when you accept your bad reality, when you allow it to come inside you, when you say, "Oh shit, this is my reality," your emotions connect with the outcome, then you can't change it. But until you see it and you say, "हाँ ठीक है, ये report है ना, लेकिन मेरे लिए तो मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ." Does that mean that you've not accepted your reality?
Acceptance of the truth. No, the acceptance of the truth and working towards a new reality. Point is, we have been, the whole world is teaching affirmations in the language. Okay, ये जो है ना, इसको side कर दो, ये reality से दूर हो जाओ, पर लिखो "I am healthy, I am healthy, I am unhealthy." But the conscious mind or subconscious mind are fighting with each other. द्वंद्व एक शब्द है
कि मैं तो ठीक नहीं हूँ, तो ये कैसे मैं कहूँ कि मैं ठीक हूँ.
वो बोलता है रिपोर्ट देखो, सबकॉन्शियस माइंड बोलता है नहीं मैं अच्छा हो जाऊंगा. वो बार बार बोलता है रिपोर्ट देखो, बट सबकॉन्शियस माइंड बोलता है अच्छा नहीं होगा.
So how should you break that?
Okay, I have divided it into three parts from understanding of whatever I have knowledge about and knowledge from. Dividing it into three parts. First part being breath, second part being affirmation, the sankalp which we call, the third part being emotions. So how do we do it? So let's go to the basic of this. We'll take one affirmation. We do an exercise right away. Let's get results out of this conversation.
Ready, everybody? Right? We're doing an affirmation. Is it for wealth?
Is it for everything in life? It's a basic affirmation. Let's do it in a format of doing it the way I want people to do it, and I think that is the right way of attracting law of attraction in your life.
Okay.
First,
so whether it is love that you want or it is wealth,
no
abundance,
eyes closed, open eyes.
Okay, whatever it is you want, you can use this. I don't think you're able to hear me. Sorry. Am I audible?
Just tell me. Sorry.
No. I was just telling everybody that whether it's wealth that they want to manifest, or it's love in their life, or it's a healthy, just good health, whatever it might be, you can use this technique to actually manifest that with the law of attraction. So follow it. Whatever he's saying, he's going to guide us through not a meditation, but a technique. So let's all do it together.
It's a technique. So let's assume first is we'll do an affirmation which is called "Day by day, in every way, I am getting better and better." Standard affirmation by Emily Cook. This is one of the finest affirmation I have read. Day by day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. This is by Emily Cook, and people must read this gentleman's book. It's amazing. EMILECOUE. He was a French psychiatrist, so we must read the book.
I've heard this. Right.
So the point is, now what happens? Bring in a format of breathing first. Suppose I have to breathe 2 seconds in and 2 seconds out. I have to inhale 2 seconds in and I have to exhale 2 seconds out, right? This is the first part. Do it for a minute. Then the second part. Now we start doing affirmations, right? We'll do it like this. Day by day, in every way, I'm getting better and better.
Day by day, in every
Day
way,
by
I'm
day,
getting
in every
better
way,
and
I'm
better.
getting better and better. When you inhale, when you exhale, you have to say this, right? Now, while saying, there are four ways of saying it. One is loudly, day by day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Do it for one day. Second is, day by day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Day by day,
Ji.
in every way, I'm getting better and better. Remember the breath which you were taking, inhaling and exhaling,
Right.
inhaling and exhaling. The third formula of pronunciation, you don't pronounce. You within yourself, you breathe in. The inner voice talks this. Day. So first is loud, second is lesser loud, third is within yourself. Fourth,
Inner voice.
close
Ji.
your eyes. Remember that you're breathing, inhaling and exhaling, and see that word everywhere. You know, if I think I am looking this side, day by day in every way, I'm getting better
I'm
and
getting
better.
better and
The
better.
whole world should be filled of day by day in every way, I'm getting better and better. If you imagine you are seeing your hand, day by day in every way, I'm getting better and better. If you imagine you're seeing your lungs, day by day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Imagine you're seeing your car, the steering is written as day by day, I'm getting better and better. So the point is, your consciousness,
Yeah.
your words, and your senses and your subconscious come in a harmony. And this is how it starts working.
Wow,
So first,
beautiful.
breathe in, breathe out. Second, four ways of pronouncing. Fifth,
Ji.
being that, everywhere you see this affirmation. So you can put any affirmation in this format and take it forward.
Is this
I am
because
sure.
our breath connects us with the divine? That is why you're sending this breath, which is a part of the consciousness, to
I
power
think
it or
one
to
day,
activate it or to charge it with this affirmation so that it
that day
works
is
in
very
our.
nearby when you will be on the lower side of the Instagram and somebody expert will be on the upper side of the Instagram asking you questions about it. You are too good at it. I
Oh,
know. I've seen
sweet.
it.
Thank you. Come on.
So, okay.
I'm learning from you.
That's for sure. Anyway, everybody is a self-learner and thank you for this privilege. The point is, when I talk about breathing, there are various ways of breathing throughout the world, irrespective of any disharmony, irrespective
Ji.
of any creed, any wealth, any lack, any poverty, any harmony, any disharmony, any hatred, any love. The whole universe, every living being is doing one thing. Either they are inhaling or they are exhaling. This is one point where irrespective of whether I want to be in harmony with you or not, I am in harmony with you. Either you are inhaling,
Right.
I am exhaling, I am exhaling
Yeah.
or you are inhaling. The whole universe is in one common platform in this case. So this is where we start attracting things, we talk about attracting people in our life. We talk about attracting material things in our life. We start talking
Ji.
about starting, geography change करना है, मुझे अपने घर बदलना है, whatever. This is how you attract. So if the common platform of the whole universe, irrespective of whether I tell them or not, suppose I tell you to run 10 kilometers. You will not, maybe you will not. If you ask me, you have to learn boxing. I may not. It's a personal
Ji.
choice. But if I ask you, don't breathe.
Cannot.
No, I will breathe. I will breathe. At the same time, if you ask me, don't exhale, I'll say I'll exhale. So this is one point where the whole universe is at harmony with each other. So that is why it is very important to righteously breathe, because I am exchanging my thoughts through my breath. So one basic formula of breathing is you breathe in, expand your body. Though it goes till diaphragm only, but you have to assume the second part that your stomach is expanding. You breathe in, breathe out. This is for the people who have some blood pressure or heart kind of some ailment, right? You don't have to stop breathing, keeping the breath in within you. But there's a second way of breathing. We are talking about the basic ways of breathing. There are many ways of breathing. The second basic way, which you can practice anytime, nobody will come to know. If you are in an office, either you are shooting at a place and suddenly you want to do breathing exercise, you say, I'll do like this, I'll do like this. Not acceptable, right? People may not like it. But sitting here, ideally, I can breathe the way I want. So the second way of breathing for people who can hold breath is 2 seconds of inhaling, 2 seconds of hold, 2 seconds of exhaling,
2 seconds of
2
hold
seconds
again.
of hold.
Right. Is that box breathing?
I don't know the name. I
I
know
think
it's
it's called
about breathing.
box breathing. Yeah, yeah. But
I
it's
don't know
just,
the
it's
name.
4 seconds, but it's a similar technique.
So
Yeah.
generally what happens, you have to build upon it. So
But
it
what
can be two
happens with
seconds.
this? What is the
Right.
use of this?
Right. What happens? कोई भी काम करने के लिए you need your mind, right?
जी.
अभी बहुत बार आपने सुना होगा कि एक ऐसा टाइम था जब मेरी बुद्धि मारी गई, मैंने गलत डिसीजन लिए.
हाँ.
एवरेज में मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल टॉक लाइक दिस. अरे उस दिन तो यार मेरी
हम
बुद्धि
सब
एकदम नहीं चल
गलतियां
रही.
करते हैं.
सब गलतियां करते हैं. तो उस टाइम बुद्धि राइट डिसीजन नहीं लेती. So with this breathing pattern, your buddhi will become pure.
You cannot take a
बुद्धि को
wrong
शुद्ध रखने
decision
का
then.
तरीका. Yes, the point of taking wrong decisions will reduce. I'm not
जी.
saying you extremely, I say, everything will be this and this. You will face difficulties, but it will teach you how to face difficulties.
जी.
Why do we end into depression? Because we don't know how to handle difficult times in our life, how to handle
जी.
circumstances in our life. So breathing is very important in life. And the best part about it, breathe in, observe your breath. ये नहीं कि बस सांस ले रहे हैं और कुछ और कर रहे हैं. कुछ और करिए, but बार-बार come
Observe your
back to the
breath
same
as in
thing.
actually focus on it going into your
Yes.
nostrils
Yes.
and coming out. Feel
Yes.
the air
The
that's
cold air
going in and coming
breathing,
out.
the warm air coming out. It will
And that
make you a
helps you
real
in
true
being
magnet.
now. Yeah.
And the best part about this,
Ji.
every woman in this world will love this. It makes them more radiant. All the husbands will
You
save a lot
told
of
me
money
that.
on the glow. So
Yeah, that's
generally,
true.
you reverse the cycle of age.
Ji.
Your intuition becomes better.
Hmm.
And if you really trust your mind for doing the right things, this is the best exercise which you can.
So you have a
That's
clearer
all about it.
mind, your intuition gets
Yes.
better, and you look
Yes.
more radiant. Isn't
And
it
you become
reason
more
enough
healthier.
that you should be doing
Yes,
this
yes,
kind of box breathing? 2 seconds inhale, 2 seconds hold,
yes,
2 seconds
yes,
exhale, and two
yes.
seconds hold.
Now, with times, you will make it 3 seconds, then
Ji,
4
of
seconds,
course.
then 5 seconds. हो सकता है 1 minute में you complete 1 second, one cycle of 15
Wow.
seconds. With times it will go. And I trust me,
Right.
it's a magic. You must experiment it for 30 days. It can change the way you
Right.
look at life. For sure.
Right.
So you
Right.
need this breathing pattern for your affirmations as well. So
जी.
एक पंद दो काज कहते हैं ना, एक पंद दो काज.
Yeah.
और not breathing, you don't have a choice. You have to anyway breathe. तो
जी.
काम हो जाएगा. That's the
Right.
whole idea.
How can you you also speak a lot on breathing and colors. How can you incorporate colors and breathing to make it more effective?
Okay. The whole science is that we are made up of colors. Our whole body is
Is
made
it
up
to do
of
with
colors.
our chakras? The 7 chakras?
Chakra,
Or
but I
is
don't
it
want
just...
to use chakra because it will always
Okay.
keep you in chakra.
Okay, fine. All right.
That's a science which
Ji.
is valid science. People follow and they have been successful.
But this
So,
has nothing.
from
Your
my
colors that
perspective,
you're talking about is not to do with chakras.
it is about Chaitanya Kendras.
Sorry?
You have, I call them Chaitanya Kendras, the points of
Chaitanya
awareness.
Kendras.
Kendra, the spots on your body which
Kendra.
has awareness,
Ji.
active awareness.
Okay. Ji.
So we don't, I would not call it chakras because chakra keeps me in chakra. So I don't want to be part
Okay.
of that chakra.
Okay.
Just going by my perspective, not to say that it is
Okay.
right or wrong. My perspective, I will not call something a chakra. I'll call it Chaitanya Kendra,
Okay.
the points of awareness.
Ji.
So there are different points of awareness in your body. It's a big chapter on this, but I'll tell you, we are made up of sun. Every body, every particle of our body is made up of colors. There are colors which are not visible. There are colors which are visible. So the basic formula is any kind of ailment in your body will always come if there's a deficiency of color in your body. Different ailment ke liye different colors, right? So the modern science people have been using pen to do marking and this and that. So I would say ki, let's go to a bigger science than this. Sun has all the colors.
Ji.
Sabare, get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I saw that Robin Sharma episode, and it was excellent. Get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, do 15 minutes of breathing, whatever we have discussed, maybe higher kind of breathing, but the basic breathing I'm talking about, in front of the sun, and say that mere roam mein, every cell of my body is filled with vibrant anand and vibrancy of the sun, and all my colors are coming into balance. Mera
Beautiful.
body is full of
I should write this down. Tell me again. I'm going to write it down.
Every cell of my body is filled up with,
Every cell of my body
is filled up with
the
radiance, the radiance and the power of sun rays. And I am thankful to Sun God for this. As simple as. Basically, we do take sunlight in the day, but we are not affirming for it. So if you want to become a magnetism,
Yash. Wait. Wait, let me announce this. This is beautiful. This is gold, guys. Don't let it just pass. He says many things. You have to catch it because each sentence is gold over here. Don't take it lightly. Don't go by his looks. Don't go by his followers. Just go by what he's saying because trust me, this works. He says the affirmation is every cell of my body is filled up with the radiance and the power of the sun rays. And I am thankful to the sun god for it.
Simple.
And what is the sun center of the body, Yash?
I don't know. The whole body is made
You
of
know,
sun.
you've taught me this. You guys, I don't know.
Everything. See, there are a lot of distortions related to few subjects. So let us keep it very simple. The more complexity, the more we run away from truth. The satya जो होता है ना, जो सच्चाई होती है, बहुत simple होती है. Rest, everything is complex. So my point is, if I am ready to say that, okay, whatever is coming to me, I am accepting it, I am receptive to it. Good enough. The rest, he will take care. The rest, the sun will take care. We don't have to. Why should I? If you grow a seed, do you go and see the philosophy of how the trees are growing? You don't. The farmer will never go back to the land and say, no, are aaya nahi. No, they know the process. Everything will come back to you. So
I would like to reiterate something that you've told me in the past, which you're probably forgetting now. But I think it's very powerful and it's helped me a lot, Yash. And I can never forget you because every time I use it, I think of you and I'm blessing you for helping me. Let me share this with everybody.
Thank you very much. That's why I'm blessed. Thank you very much.
Of course. So it is the sun center of the body is the solar plexus right here.
That's right.
On the gut. And what Yash has always said and taught me and all the lovely people that he's, teaching, that you should never keep your hands crossed, on your stomach. Most of us put our hands like this, and we just
we do it
hold
like this.
it while talking.
Yeah, and that's what really blocks our radiance and our positivity, and it doesn't allow us to really shine through. So the sun in our body, the powerful sun center which energizes the world, you have taught me it comes from the solar plexus and that beautiful sun center and the energy center in your body. So you should always keep your hands uncrossed, keep it on both sides, keep it anywhere. I mean, also in body language they teach you this, but it's something that really helped me always have that radiance. And I get compliments like, you're glowing, wow, you're looking so good. It's because I'm not crossing my hands and covering my energy center.
So the point is, I have taken it more forward. I didn't want to discuss it here because solar plexus is a common parlance in the whole world, but it's a different science. I call it Tejas Kendra nowadays.
Tejas Kendra.
This is the source of everything in your life. If you keep it right, you are the most powerful magnet. Whatever you desire, you will get. So important is, once you improve the cycle of your breathing, then these things start working. Abhi kya, it's like, आपने अपने बॉडी को तैयार नहीं किया. It's like putting a Boeing, a flight, a aeroplane का engine in a car. Both of them are equally good, but is there harmony between them? No. So when you talk about energies in your body and everything about in your body, then the most important thing is you need to prepare your body as well. That is why I talk a lot about stillness and silence.
Yes. What is the importance of stillness and silence?
Okay, I'll tell you. If you are trying to increase the energy of your body and your body is not ready for it, you will know that your mind stops working, you will go into depression, you will go mad. So while increasing the power of your body through all these chakras and everything, you must parallelly prepare your body also to sustain that energy.
जी.
नहीं तो पता चला इतनी एनर्जी हो गई और आपका बॉडी रेडी नहीं, सो थिंग्स गो बस. ये बहुत बार आप लोगों ने कहा होगा कि हम लोग चक्र जगा रहे थे तो पता चला मैड हो गए, बिकॉज एकदम सिंपल है, वी हैव नॉट
Oh, you're
prepared
talking
our
about the
body.
Kundalini
Whatever,
awakening,
people
which
do that,
is
right?
that?
Again, those
Okay.
chakras and everything, right? We read so much
Right.
about it and we at times we fail
Hmm.
because we don't know the whole consequence of events.
Ji.
Even if I must have tried and I said, okay, arey, ye to ho gaya, then what next? And that energy is getting mad to come out. And we don't know. And then it takes
Right.
the wrong shape. To understand any kind of energy healing, any kind of energy jagran jisko bolte hain, awakening your energy, you must understand the science of stillness and silence.
Sorry, I'm just going to go a little behind. I forgot to ask you the colors and the breathing thing. We didn't talk about which color you need to imagine while breathing. Sorry, I missed that.
Okay. So if any deficiency is there, there's a whole science behind it. So when you come to know, okay, this is an ailment in terms of lack or in terms of body ailment, in terms of some, disease or something like that, there's a deficiency of a particular color in your body. There's a whole science behind it. So when you can breathe in those colors, you
I
can heal
see.
your ailments.
But if
So
there's just one
we'll
color
do
that is the best for anyone
many
to
of them, many
understand
of them, many of
to
them,
keep their immunity
many
up,
of
like
them.
with COVID times, everybody
Okay.
wants to keep their immune system strong. So what is the color that you suggest?
Okay. For lungs, I mean to say for lungs, the best color is orange, the bright early morning sun. So if you can observe that sun for 2 minutes while it's just between dawn and awakening of the sun, that color, I'm talking about that orange color. So close
Okay.
your eyes, breathe in that orange color and see your lungs expanding with that color.
Are you talking about alternate nostril breathing when you do
No,
that, or
simple
just
breathing.
normal breathing?
Alternate
Simple
breathing is
breathing.
another technique. We'll talk about simple breathing. So
Okay.
orange is one good color. So if
Ji.
you see, generally what people say, ki orange juice pio is good for lungs. Why?
Is
Colors.
it? Okay.
So if orange is not available in a season when orange is not available, what do you do?
Sun.
I'm not saying medically you're not supposed to do what you're doing. Do whatever you want to
Right.
medically. They are inner powers which you can take use of. So imagine
Make
orange
advantage.
color on your lungs, it can help. It can
Ji.
help.
Ji.
This
Okay.
is one
Okay. Now
aspect of
I'll let you
breathing.
continue with silence and
Stillness.
that, because
Okay.
I
One
really
simple
yeah.
practice. One
Ji.
simple practice. Nothing much to be done. Simple. If you can, somebody doesn't have a vertigo or something, stand straight. I'm talking standing, right?
Yeah.
All you have to do is stand straight, close your eyes. That's it. And breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Keep an alarm for 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 14 minutes, whatever you can. Experiment with this. And for the people who cannot stand, some have vertigo problem or standing knees problem, we'll leave it aside. All you have to do is sit idle, sit like this. That's it. Close your eyes and keep breathing. What will happen? You will have, while you are stilling your body, the best part is you don't decide a posture and stick to it. Don't
जी.
keep changing postures, right?
जी.
Still body,
चंचल
still
मन
mind.
अलाउ नहीं करता ना बहुत बार.
होने दीजिए ना, चंचल मन तो बेस्ट होता है. चंचल मन तो बेस्ट होता है because you know what you are not supposed to do. If you are in control of yourself, then you know, okay, ये चंचलता है मेरी, ये संयम है मेरा, ये धैर्य है मेरा. So we'll choose ना. अगर if we are awakening to ourselves, then we'll choose कि चंचल मन choose करना है, कि धैर्य choose करना है, कि संयम choose करना है. So point is, when you sit still, close your eyes, your mind will take you here and there. चंचल मन. But किसने कहा मन चंचल है? There's an amazing book by आचार्य महाप्रज्ञा. किसने कहा मन चंचल है? We must read this. People who can read Hindi must read this book. किसने कहा मन चंचल है by आचार्य महाप्रज्ञा. It's an amazing insight to your mind. So when you sit still and close your eyes, your mind will give you a lot of questions, lot of answers, lot of questions, lot of answers. एक ही चीज करना है. Let all the thoughts come in. But what you have to do is focus on your breath. Thoughts आए, 1-2 मिनट आपने भूल से उनको देखा, बट आपको याद रखना है कि मुझे अपने सांस के बारे में सोचना है, सांस को देखना. What will happen? People who are fat will reduce fat.
Really?
It's a magic. Yes, I'm telling you. If you stand for 7 minutes or 10 minutes in stillness, you'll start reducing weight.
Amazing.
You start burning fat. yes, your body will get better. The posture will get better. And the hidden thing which is behind this is you will become more magnetic.
And you get creative ideas, right? When I sit in stillness, दिमाग में इतने सारे, I think Secrets of a Victorious Mind में मुझे तभी आया था जब मैं, when I was sitting in silence and I said, क्यों ना मैं
See, you got the
अपने,
best answer. In
absolutely, why
stillness,
shouldn't
you
I
get the
connect
best
with
answer.
all the people that have inspired me, you know? Yeah.
So what happens? People who can sit still and close your eyes with no movement and just observe their breath, what will happen? Procrastination will go from their life.
Oh,
They
that's
will have more time. You
huge.
claim है ना, मेरे पास तो time ही नहीं है. वो 7 minutes of practice will change everything. I'm sure about it.
Even
If you
transcendental
do it-
meditation teaches the same thing,
Yes.
but it says 20 minutes, and they give
I
you
don't know about
one
the name.
word. They give you one word to focus on, and you got to get initiated for it. और वो एक शब्द देते हैं, बस वही शब्द बार-बार मन में आप repeat करते जाओ. And like you're saying on breathing, that's what it's very
Right.
close to this, but it's a little different. Most meditation is stillness and silence.
See,
na?
ultimately, everybody is searching the truth. There are ways to
But
it.
why,
See,
why
suppose
does
if I
silence work? Why does this stillness, why does silence work?
see, there is a concept of occupying a space. Let's go deeper into this. We'll just take 2 minutes on this. There is no space which is yours except your home, which you say it is mine. It is also not yours. It is a space above the greater sky. Right? And if I am standing here, the last previous second I was standing there, I was occupying a space of the sky. So while I was here, if I am still, I'm occupying less of space. If I'm occupying less of space, I'm concentrating the energy. ऐसे 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 कर रहे हैं हम ना, हम energy को distort करते हैं.
Oh, okay.
So what is calm and poise? What is a sea? समुंदर क्या है? इतना कुछ है फिर भी शांत है. नहीं तो एक tsunami, you know what we went through.
Yeah.
So the poise brings in strength. The calmness brings in strength. It gives your mind the power to think. So stillness में कुछ नहीं करना है, आपको still होने का आदत डाल.
Is it because the
Still.
universe is also always, you know, when you look at it, it's always in complete calm and composure.
सब कुछ काम
So
है.
you get
One
in sync
small
with that frequency, and that is when you are at your highest consciousness and you can manifest things. But if
So
you're in,
correct.
if you're in this frequency, then you're not in harmony with, in sync with the higher power, I think. And that is why जो आप
How-
करने की कोशिश करते हो, वो उथल पुथल हो जाता है.
मुझे आप बताइए एक चीज. It's a question to you. The sun is so
जी.
powerful, but if it
जी.
chooses not to rise today, the moon is so powerful.
Nash.
On the Purnima, it says कि नहीं मैं नहीं आऊंगा, आज घूमने जा रहा हूँ. मेरा
Oh,
boyfriend
no.
has called me, I'm going. Huh? So the everything which is whichever is powerful in this universe, the most powerful ones are in sync. एक minute भी you can predict at 2025 15th of December what time will the sun rise in either in India, in America, or in Australia, where. So the whole system is so much in harmony, and we people are fighting. Not fair. They are being lenient to us. The moment they remove their leniency, we have seen things happening in our universe in terms of volcanoes, in terms of tsunamis. So we have to be very fair to people who have been fair to us.
जी.
Not in terms of people, in terms of everything.
जी.
So let it be like this. So the point is, every energy travels. I'll just cite you a small story on this. There was a very old lady, you know, and she had those, you know, जिनके कुबड़ हो जाता है, जो झुक जाते हैं. She was walking all the way to her village,
hunched,
carrying a weight of hunched, yeah, something like a hunch, you know. They carrying a good weight on both the hands, and she was walking all the way to her village. She was an awakened lady, you know. She knew all this breathing and all, but somehow this had developed, and she was walking to the village. What happened? The three guys coming from behind, and as she had to walk few kilometers, and she said, "Arey beta, क्या तुम मेरा सामान मेरे घर छोड़ सकते हो?" They said, "No, no, 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 we will not do all this," and they just went ahead. Moving ahead 10 meters from the place where she was, where she had asked, one friend said, "Yeah, she's a rich woman. She must be carrying a lot of wealth. Arey, 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 चलो अपने लेके चलते हैं, भाग जाएंगे, पकड़ेगी कैसे. No? So they again come back and trace to her and say कि माई मदर, हम आपका सामान वहां छोड़ देंगे. You know what she replies? अब ना दूंगी. Now I'll not give. वो बोले नो नो मदर विल ड्रॉप इट ना, हमें छोड़ देंगे. She say जो तुम्हें कह गया वो मुझे भी कह गया.
ओहो.
जिसने उसको वो आइडिया दिया 10 step ahead, again you change the location, the mind changes, the geography changes, everything changes, and you decide what you had not decided earlier. सद्बुद्धि और कुबुद्धि का यही फर्क है.
Wow. So thoughts are something that travel, and they come to different people at similar times also, right?
Similar times also.
Profound.
And then how do you develop this sense that somebody is trying to do something wrong to you?
Yeah.
Stillness and silence is the result.
Ji. Talking about wealth. Talking about wealth, I think that is I think it's a very, very, I would say a strong point that you talk on, because even Shri Sampan I've read, which is beautiful, and I've manifested wealth, abundance in my life at different times, again and again by reading it. I've sat and I've copied affirmations from the book, and it's really helped me, and I've suggested it to people that I come in contact with, and it's helped them as well. So you talk about the law of circulation in your book. I really want you to tell people why about this whole sevenfold return. You know, why sevenfold, and why is circulation important? Why isn't hoarding good?
Okay. In Hindu Shastra, when we see people getting married, Saat Fere, seventh heaven, seven seas,
days of the week,
7 days of the week, 7 colors in a rainbow,
7 chakras.
So in Christianity, there's a term called Sabbath. That is on the 7th day.
Right. The rest, I think, after the
right.
Creation.
So I was just trying to understand, how do we multiply wealth? What can be the number which comes back to me? And again, this answer came to me in Stillness, because I've read a lot about 10x money, 10 times and this and that. But I was trying to give a science behind it.
Right.
Why should it be 10x? Why shouldn't it be 100x? Why shouldn't it be 10,000x? What is there which my mind accepts?
Right.
But I must accept. Now, if I want to be suddenly, if I say you will become a person worth 50 billion.
Wow, Tatastu!
No. 20 billion is good enough for me. Suddenly decide to go down. So acceptance is more important than rejecting it. The whole idea, we only reject. No, somebody says you can buy this big house. No. 4 rooms is good enough for me. We are in acceptance and denial. Acceptance and denial. And this is where the law of attraction distorts everything. Because it is attracting, it is distracting. It is attracting, it is distracting. And then we say nothing works for me. We don't believe that we are the people who are responsible for whatever does not work for me. Maybe you, maybe me, anyone. It's not important that everything has been working, but it is not anybody else who is responsible. It is we only. We have to introspect. We have to know what has been done wrong by us, what has to be corrected by us. But we have reasons to blame others. Na easy scapegoat hai. Arey, it is your mistake. Arey, usi ka galti hoga, chalo side se nikal jata hai. We find ways to satisfy our ego. And that is where everything goes wrong. So coming back to this point, I thought, what is there which my mind accepts? Then I came across a movie which said, oh, superhero 007. Everybody is 007. So the point here is, my mind could accept 7 times return. So I named it sevenfold return. Because now I have reason 7 wonders of the world. Sevenfold returns. Right? Okay. So example is, to get 100 apples out of tree, you don't plant 100 seeds. Right? So it is always somebody or the other is giving you more and more and more and more. But I say, nahi, ab nahi chahiye, ab nahi chahiye, le jao, nahi chahiye. But man mein bahut desire. The intent again comes to play. The wrong desire.
कोई नहीं बोलता है कि मुझे पैसे नहीं चाहिए, मुझे मत दो. लोग तो बोलते
सब
हैं
बोलते
दो.
हैं, अंदर में बोलते हैं नहीं चाहिए. क्या होता है?
Really? So we're not
I'll tell you.
accepting abundance when it's coming. How are we
Yes.
blocking it? What are the thoughts
How
that are
we block?
blocking it that we should be
Okay.
aware of?
Okay. If you are about to invest money in a bond, in a stock, in any kind of
Bitcoin.
investment which is about to give you returns, Bitcoin. Anyway, a coin. Any kind of investment which is about to give you a return in future. Suddenly there's a call which says that, "Arey yaar, don't put money in this stock. Put money in this stock." And we have already invested in that stock. So what happens? अरे उस बंदे ने तो कहा था इस पे पैसे मत डालो. अरे मेरे पैसे नहीं डूब जाए. अरे यार. So see, the day you invested, while you were investing, you had a different idea. Then the five senses came to play. Huh? Then you say, अरे वहाँ तो ये आ गया. Then inflation is coming up. अरे gold bond is happening. This, you start thinking against yourself.
अभी तो मैं गया.
अभी तो मैं गया. अब कैसे निकलूं? And suddenly, for any reason, there's a small drop in the prices. अरे he's right. He's right.
मुझे
Then you
पता
manifest
था.
more of lack. So we are anyway manifesting. Important ये नहीं है कि हम manifest क्या कर रहे हैं. हम important ये है कि हम any time and every time we are manifest.
तो जब ये इंसान हमें कहता है कि नहीं ये खराब है, ये नहीं करना चाहिए था, so how should a person not then take it in and get affected and get emotionally attached to that? How should you become like,
invested.
It just comes and then it bounces back?
Okay, assuming that whatever he's saying is right, I know that मैंने एक गलती कर दी है, ये wrong investment हो गया. So rather than creating and cribbing about it,
right,
exit it, book your loss. Don't create a memory of wrongdoing with this event. Wrong things can happen. Don't create a story which doesn't support your abundance in future.
Right. So check out
something wrong has
you
happened.
Cannot believe positively in.
Yes. Just check out of it. Na? Suppose somebody
when
reliable, somebody trustworthy. Yes. Somebody trustworthy is saying कि यार चलो गलत हो गया.
relationship में हो या आप you're in a committed relationship, you can't then. You can't afford to get affected.
I'll tell you one thing. We have days like Father's Day. Good.
Yeah,
it reminds you that today's Father's Day, and good days have been decided to remind that we are supposed to love our fathers. But generally, what is the relevance of such kind of days?
For me, there's no relevance to Father's Day because every day is Father's Day, my parents' day.
I mean, they are our gods, is Father's Day. Right. As you said, gods. Okay. I say, are you a God's child? Are you a God's child? Spiritually, are you a God's child? Yes, okay.
100%.
Biologically, you are Father's child.
Yes.
So,
even Mother's child.
God's, of course, not in terms of Father's Day, I'm giving privilege to fathers on Father's Day.
Okay.
So the point is, you are a child of a God.
Ji.
Right? And you are a child of a father biologically. So when the child happens to be mathematically same, the God equals to father. So what do? You go to a temple, you go to a place where you worship God. What do? You bow in respect.
Bow in respect, yeah.
As simple as that. Similarly, then the goddess comes in, the mother, who takes over the father. The idea is any kind of relationship, the basis of taking it forward in a very harmonious manner is respect. Begin, stay with respect, begin with respect and end with respect. All days will become Father's Day, Mother's Day, Brother's Day, Sister's Day, Wife's Day, and every day. Everybody's day. So don't go further from your father. Then in a life, times come when your father-in-law comes in. Then someone says, he is like your father. Then again, something which is wrong. Either is your father, nobody can be like your father. They will be your father, but they will not be your father.
Yeah, so I don't know why they call it in-law. By law, he is your father.
That is why the whole, see again, go to the basics of affirmation. Go to the basis of affirmation. Why do we call it in-law? And what happens to the in-law? The whole world after a relationship is fighting. Why are divorces happening? Remove this word from the dictionary.
Yeah,
no father-in-law
should be changed because they're father, mother, and father, mother.
Right? As simple as that.
Two sets
so why
of
are
parents.
people fighting? Because they are affirming in-law, 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 and
हाँ,
divorces are happening.
लॉ में क्या होता है, लॉ में तो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होता ही है, तो यू हैव टू
Conflict होता
से
ही है,
who's right
difference
who's
of
wrong.
opinion होता ही है. So I
जी.
think we must remove this word from who wants to grow, who understands the law of attraction and the power of words, must remove such kind of words. That's why I don't use word chakra.
Absolutely. Don't chakra, right?
I don't use the
Right.
word chakra, irrespective of whether it exists or not.
Right.
So I have seen all your videos,
Really?
all your amazing. They are really truly good. There's one question which I self ask myself:
अच्छा
what
जी.
is the true secret of the victorious mind? You may ask me now.
Please tell us. What is your secret of a victorious mind?
I love this question and I love the answer for this.
You were
And I'm
waiting for
learning
this.
every day from this answer. Okay. Let me divide it into three parts. Victorious body. What is a victorious body? How do you reflect in your body that you are in a sense of victory? Either we say
जी.
this or we say this. And there's one, try this. Oh, yes.
That's victory.
Every
That's
sport,
we for victory.
yes, yes. And
जी.
every sport, whichever you see, has this sign of victory, either in cricket or in soccer or in any sports. Either you are doing this. So one thing which I would suggest for a victorious mind to everyone, before you get down from the bed, you must raise your hand like this and say, oh yes. Try this, you will have goosebumps.
I'm already getting goosebumps sitting here without doing it.
You can see this, right? This
Yeah.
is, I don't know why, but the moment you do this, the whole mind changes.
People
Something new
actually
comes to your
anyway
mind.
stretch, but instead of stretching, just
Yes.
go, yay!
Yes, stretch like this if you want to anyway. This is the science of body. So try and use, and I'm talking about victorious mind which works before you get up from the bed.
जी.
Use this as a tool, successful tool, say it works. Second is, I divide mind into three parts.
Okay.
The conscious mind, the
जी.
success of conscious mind,
जी.
the success of subconscious mind, and the success
जी.
of unconscious mind. Right?
Right. I've
Conscious
always
mind का
understood
success क्या?
subconscious as unconscious. What is unconscious? I thought it was
The
I thought it
divine
was
part of your
conscious.
mind.
Okay. Okay, and
The
subconscious is?
subconscious is that mind which is trying to bring reality to your life, but it is always
Okay.
influenced by the senses. What
Okay.
you do affirming, when we talk about affirmations, what happens when you are affirming in a synchronicity, in a harmony, everything goes to the subconscious mind and it starts working towards it.
जी.
But what happens, conscious mind, five senses, no, this is not possible. Someone told me this. Oh, no, touch, wrong. They will always try and cheat the subconscious. So to make this to attain anything, to live and achieve anything in life, you have to have synchronicity between conscious mind, subconscious mind,
and unconscious. Yeah, I think I call unconscious mind the higher consciousness. That's the difference.
Higher consciousness, the divinity.
Right.
Stillness
Right.
will activate them. And once you are in control of the unconscious, baki it doesn't matter. It will take charge of everything.
जी.
कुछ भी कर लो, सब कुछ अच्छा ही होना उसके बाद. हमको उनको जागृत करना. And what are the tools? Stillness, Shanti. There's one more tool I'll tell you. We have discussed about conscious mind को कैसे train करना है breathing से, affirmation के तरीके से, subconscious mind को कैसे train करना है, divinity को कैसे train करना है. All those factors are there. Now, one very important thing in Vedas, there is a word called Karagre Vaste Lakshmi. Karagre Vaste Lakshmi. So you will find a lot of people seeing their hand. ऐसे अपने हाथ को देखते हैं सवेरे उठ के, उनको लगता है लक्ष्मी यहाँ बसती है, इसको देखने से लक्ष्मी बढ़ता है. But I'll tell you, if you get up in the morning after you do this and if you pray, people write journals, people write gratitude journals, people pray and meditate, everything is all right. But I do this specifically. If I say कि मेरे हाथों की शक्ति सही निर्माण में लगे, मेरी बुद्धि सदा शुद्ध रहे, मेरा निर्माण मेरे हाथों से अच्छा हो, good enough, कुछ नहीं करना.
The creation with my hands is, yeah,
Yes, is excellent.
is
Whatever I
divine.
create from these fingers is always good for me and
Right.
good for others.
Okay.
So understanding the science behind Karagre Vaste Lakshmi, this will give you a lot of wealth, lot of.
What does it actually mean, Karage Vaste Lakshmi?
Veda says कि अपने हाथों पे लक्ष्मी बसती है. उसके बाद इसका the second line is कर्मध्य व सरस्वती. You know, there is a hand. यहाँ लक्ष्मी बसती है, यहाँ सरस्वती बसती है. उसके बाद है करमूले गोविंद. That is Brahma.
Wow.
So you are the creator, you are the reader, and you are the wealth creator.
Right.
So that is way of looking at gods. But I am saying, when everything is in my hand, let me create something out of my hand which is worthwhile, which is trustworthy, which is fantastic for everybody and everybody in this universe. So whole idea of victorious mind is body, silence, stillness, and the awakening the unconscious, going back to the divinity. Nothing is beyond divinity, that's for sure. Baaki sab cheezein, you know, a reflection of you, me, and everyone. Right. Go back to your basics. Beautiful. Go back to your divinity. I think it is done for your life. Isri Sampan.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautifully said. Is there anything else you want to share with people?
All the best. Be good. Keep growing.
Thank you.
Be successful.
Thank you so much.
In all terms of all successes, not the senses only. Conscious, be generous, be kind. That's good enough. Ye जीवन का अच्छा बीच है.
Lovely. Such a pleasure having you.
Thank you. Thank you. All the best. Be good. I think you are still doing the breathing exercise. That is the only reason why you are growing more nowadays.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Taking it forward in the right way. All the best. Bye.
Absolutely. Thank you. Bye. Thank you everybody for joining me. I'm going to quickly actually put my comments on and see if anybody has any questions for you, Yash. Let's see. Is anybody asking how to overcome our past? How to overcome our past? Is there any specific tool?
Yes. Overcome what kind of past? The point is, suppose there is a bad.
He just said how to overcome. Past. Usually it's a bad past.
So probably it is bad only. Somebody wants to overcome, it has to be bad only. Probably. Assuming that there is a past which you are not liking, but वो बार-बार सामने आके खड़ा होता है. मान लीजिए, suppose you are sitting in an exam and you failed. So when you sit next time, next time when you are preparing for the same exam, this fear of your past will come and meet you every day. Then you will become fearful.
जी.
एक छोटा सा example है fear past को correct करने का. You remember playing सांप सीढ़ी and Ludo in your childhood?
Yes. You know, big time. And cheating also big time with my nanny.
You know the biggest fear. Why did you cheat? Let's go back to the basis of that. वो एक सांप है ना 99 पर रहता है. If you remember the board, there is a one snake who is at 99, and the moment you go there, it will take you back to 11 or 12 or 9, whatever. The whole process of winning goes to a twist. Terrible, huh?
Yeah.
The first fear in our mind comes from that game. Every child who is playing that game doesn't want to go there. And the moment the snake bites, they are ready to fight. Similarly, every past will come back and bite you. The moment we accept that failure, yes, I have failed. This is what has gone wrong with me. I accept it.
My lesson is learned. You got to accept the lesson that you take from it. If you don't learn the lesson, तो बार-बार तुम्हें सिखाता है ना वो ही चीज.
Accept everything as it is.
जी.
सीख गए हम. बस. अब आगे देखने के लिए मुझे क्या-क्या करना है. The moment you start accepting your failure truth, ना, they don't come and bite you. उसको पता चला, okay, इसने मान लिया ना, चलो. उनका ego satisfy हो जाता है, वो चले जाते.
But how do you declare that you have accepted it? Who do you declare to? How do you show acceptance towards a bad past and say, हाँ भाई ठीक है, मैंने सीखा, I learned the lesson. I understood. Now I want to move forward. How do you get this out there?
The point is, you don't register it. That is how you get out of it. एकदम simple है. You don't register कि I failed. No, for failure I had इतना reasons. These are 50 reasons. Teacher was not there. My calculator was not working. The car came late. Stop giving reasons. Because if you have to fail, the reasons will find it. Then we'll find the reasons to say that we failed.
So don't justify a bad past. Failure. Don't justify your reasons कि ये ऐसा हुआ क्योंकि ऐसा किया क्योंकि वैसा किया. You just say हाँ हो गया.
इसका एक और बहुत बेहतरीन तरीका है. The whole life is a dream. If you think like this, they will go away. It was a bad dream.
सपना
gone.
था, चले गया.
सपना था.
जी. Okay, lovely.
It was a bad dream. Gone.
Right. Just going to take another question. Okay, everybody says keep your comments on. Sorry, I had to put it off because I couldn't even see Yash. It was covering his face completely. Okay, any more questions, guys? Please ask me now. You can also take any questions you see, Yash. One second, can you please share light difference on self-realization and affirmation? Wait. Nothing that different that you haven't spoken about. Is there anything else you want to say before we close? I'm just trying to get the maximum out of Yashwant Rampuria.
All the best to everyone. Be good. Start reading books of good people that can change your life. Failures, accept karna sikho. Don't run away from your failures. If you have failed, do accept it. And that is the way you can change it into success. Running away from failure is the biggest mistake we do. Running away from reality is the biggest mistake we do. Acceptance will help you in your new affirmation to work for you. Randomly affirmations will never work. Law of attraction will never work. In hindsight, it will always work. But the way you want it to work, it will never work. So start accepting the reality that you have failed. And it makes you a better person. Rejecting failures, not accepting failures, running away from failures, blaming others for failure, criticizing others for failure, you're creating another failure for yourself. This is I'm sure about. So,
excellent.
All the best to Victorious Mind.
Thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. See you. Bye-bye, everybody. I hope you guys have enjoyed this session. Lots of love and see you next time on Secrets of a Victorious Mind. Shall announce the date soon. Ciao.